creations. My name is Jeanette and today I'm coming to you from the northwest of England where I live with my husband Tim and our little Shih Tzu Zach. Today is Sunday the 6th of August 2023 and as the title suggests, this is a roundup of everything I got up to in Christmas in July. I did want to try and post a little earlier than this in the week, but the week has just run away with me. We've had a busy week. It's just been one of those weeks. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, we've just had, you know, when you just have one of those weeks and things that you want to get done don't seem to get done, and for no reason other than life, basically, life. Oh, excuse me, I'm starting already with an itchy nose. Yeah, so this video really is just a little bit of a roundup to show you all what I got up to in July. I am going to do another video pretty soon actually, because I've got some plans and bought patterns for August and maybe run into September that I want to make things for the coming autumnal months like October, November. I've got this thing this year that I want to decorate the whole of my house throughout probably late September and all October, probably into November, and then I even might decorate the house earlier for Christmas, who knows. It's just how I'm feeling at the moment, so that is what I'm going to do. So I've forgotten a couple of things, so bear with me and I'll go and get them. I can see them dotted around my craft room, you see. I won't be right, I've got the things that I need now. So without further ado, we better get on because I've got quite a few things that I want to show you. I have got 8 amigurumi items, 2 pairs of one sock finished and the others well on the way. Some little tree decorations, a gnome and the start of a blanket. I must just tell you about my blankets. So at the beginning of July, in fact I think it was a little bit before July, I quite fancied making the Christmas Eve blanket made by Anita. But it is not my cup of tea. I love the blanket, don't get me wrong, I love it, and I've happily started it, did the bobbles, quite happy with it. But then I got to the little bit, or the first patch, or panel I should say, where you make the snowflakes and you carry the yarn along and then you swap it around when you're doing the snowflakes, if that makes any sense. I'll put a picture in and you might understand a little bit of what I mean. And it just wasn't sitting right with me. I just do not like the way it's constructed. I tried it, I undid it, and I tried it again. And I've decided I'm not wasting any more time on trying to get it perfect, because it is perfect. It's just that I don't like the way it's constructed. So I have frogged that and put that yarn in my stash. Whether I'll make something with it this year, I don't know, because it is Christmas colours. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyway, that one's gone because I wasn't happy with it. And then the second blanket that I wanted to make was the Knoll 9 patch. Now, I can't remember who this is by, and I will put it either on the screen or in the description box below. But I love this one. I didn't intend to start this in July because I knew I wanted to do quite a lot of the amigurumi. But you know, when you just get a little bit of an itch that you have to scratch when it comes to trying something out, and I'm so glad I did, because it didn't take me long and I was really happy with the result, which then made me decide this is definitely the blanket for me. So this, I've only done one patch, as the title suggests. It's 9 patches put together and made into one big blanket. So this is my first patch. If you followed me in my videos of Christmas in July, you will have already seen this. You construct 9 squares to make one patch, and then you do 9 of these, and then it's joined together with borders. But I don't really want to say too much because it is a paid for pattern. But this is my first patch. Now, I am hoping to get this done for Christmas. I think this actually took me if I'm not mistaken, it didn't take very long to make. Maybe over 2 days. And what you have to remember as well, that I am retired, so I'm probably at home a lot more than those that are not retired. So every now and then when I get a spare half hour, I can whip up a square. So I could probably get it done quicker because I'm at home all the time. But yeah, that took me about 2 days. Very, very easy to construct. Lovely pattern. So this is what I'm going to make for Christmas, my Knoll 9 patch. Very, very pleased with that. Really like that one. Moving swiftly on. Oh, I should tell you what it's made out of. So that is made using Stylecraft DK, special DK, and it is done on a 4mm hook. I am actually using the colourway that the pattern's called for. So if you go over to, like I say, I can't remember this lady. If you go over to her website, I'm sure she gives you the colours that I've used. It is what's used in the pattern. Right, so now we'll go on to our 2 pairs of socks. So my first pair is just a plain vanilla pair of socks. I am using, have I got the ball band? Have I? Heck. Anyway, so let me show you. They're all in Christmas bags because it was Christmas in July and I wanted to get really into the spirit of it. This is a bag that my lovely friend Dawn from the Netherlands has made for me. I think this was made a couple of years ago, or this one could have been last year's, I can't remember. And if you followed me in Christmas in July, you will have seen that we met up with lovely Dawn and Karen at Black Sheep. Oh, what a lovely day we had. It was absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I digress already. So my next item I'm going to show you is in this bag. And it is the West Yorkshire Spinners Vintage Tinsel. And here is the one sock that I finished. I did a 2x2 rib. I don't know what this toe's called because I'm not very good with socks. I'm sure somebody might be able to tell me. I'm not sure. It's where you go all the way around and then you, let me think what you do. You slip to the last 3 stitches and then you knit 1. Or is it you slip, knit 2 together, knit 1, then go to the other side of here and you knit 1 and purl 2 together. Whatever that one is called, that's the one I did. Like I say, 64 stitches, and I did the shadow wrap heel. This is the first time, let me see which is a good side for you. This is the first time I've ever done a shadow wrap heel, and it fits me superbly, and I loved doing it. Really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So that is my first Christmas sock. And then I am well on the way with this second one. And this is my car knitting basically. I only do this when I'm in the car. So I probably haven't got very much further than last time I showed you. But this is my second sock. And again, I love it. 2x2 rib. I think I did 60, was it 60 rows? Can't remember my pads downstairs, but I think I did 60 rows using circular needles, and again I'll do the shadow wrap heel on there. So that was my first pair of Christmas socks. I was determined this year that I wanted some Christmas socks for Christmas. There's no use in me thinking, oh, on December the 1st, I'll cast on a pair of socks and I'll make the socks for Christmas and they'll be all ready for Christmas Eve. If you're like me, I always have to have new pyjamas and all the rest, you know. It's always something I've done. And I wanted a pair of socks. They would never be finished. It takes me forever, as you will probably know if you're a long-term viewer. I don't do socks overnight. Probably 2 months, possibly 3. But it doesn't matter because they're getting done. Then my second pair of socks is in my lovely bag from my lovely Instagram friend Leslie. Hi Leslie, if you're watching. This is what Leslie sent me a couple of years ago in a swap. I love this little pom-pom on here. Absolutely love it. And I've also, which isn't in this bag, but I've also got a little notions pouch to match. And again, I love it. It's got the little beautiful gold stars in the centre. So these ones that I am doing are by, again, it's a West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, and the pattern design is by Winwick Mum, and they are the Gretel Socks. Aren't they beautiful? And I have to say, I am going to blow my own trumpet. What was up? I am thrilled, and I mean thrilled, with my sock. Look at that. I just want to do this all the time. Every time I show anybody, I just want to go, look what I've made. Yes, so these were the Gretel Socks, and like I say, the yarn, it's West Yorkshire Spinners. I did 64 stitches. It is a free pattern. 64 stitches. I just followed the pattern for this, so how many rows that was, I don't know. I followed the heel flap and gusset on the pattern, which I eventually got right. And then I think this was, again, I'm not sure how many, because I write it down in a book. I have like a book downstairs, and I just use it for socks. And I write every row that I do. I know this is probably why it takes me so long, because every time I finished a row, I open my book, I mark one. But, you know, it's the way I do it, and, you know, it works for me. So yeah, this is my first sock. I love the fact that you change the contrast heel and toe. I love that. I'm thrilled with my snowflakes and Christmas trees. I'm just thrilled with it all. I absolutely love it. I haven't blocked any of these yet, but I don't want to block them till I've got a pair and I can block them together. If you're wanting to know what colour it is, I've saved the ball bands. So let's give you a rundown on these. So it is the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply. The white is called Milk Bottle. And then the green is Spruce. Then this one, which probably already know, but that is the self-striping, and that's Gingerbread. And then last but not least, this is Cayenne Pepper. This one here is Cayenne Pepper. And that is my second sock. And again, I've started these, but not got very far, I have to admit, because, like I said, life has happened this week. Boy, has it happened. And this is how far I've got. But not to worry. I'm almost up to the heel for my second pair, and as soon as I've finished that heel, I'm going to start this colour work. Once the colour work's done, then they'll both be sock knitting. I've got, what have I got now? It's August, so I've got 5 months until I need them for Christmas Eve. Well, I obviously won't both need them for Christmas Eve. I will probably wear a pair on Christmas Eve and a pair on New Year's Eve. And yes, so them are all the colours in there. Not getting them all out because I've got so much to show you. So yeah, I am thrilled with my socks, thrilled beyond belief. Then, let me show you, I have been making some Christmas ornaments. Tim and I normally have quite a big Christmas tree. It's just an artificial Christmas tree, and we bought it maybe, possibly 5, could be 7 years ago, and it's quite big. And it's very, very hard work to get out. It's one of those, you all know how much, you know, hard work decorating a Christmas tree is. Well, decorating the house for Christmas, but I love it. But I said to Tim this year, please can I just have a small Christmas tree, a real Christmas tree, and then when we finish, we can plant it in a pot and put it in the garden. Anyway, I persuaded him, because he thinks that we should use the Christmas tree that we bought because we paid an awful lot of money for it. Anyway, I persuaded him. So I'm going to cover it in handmade decorations, whether it be hand sewn, knitting, crocheting. Everything on it is going to be handmade. So I started making miniature socks. So I've made 3 up to now. I've got this one, and these are all scraps. Let me show you in my box. These are just all scraps of bits of colours that I've chosen out of. I've got a big bag of scraps. Well, not scraps, I shouldn't call them that because they're not scraps. They're leftovers from what I've used in the past, or what people have given me, or we've swapped, or so not scraps. I do apologise. They are, oh, what's she call that lady? Jules calls them beautiful bits. Well, that's what we'll call them. They're our bits. They're our leftover bits. So we've got this one, and they have all got contrasting heel and toe, which I'm very, very pleased with. There was a little bit fiddly to start with, and then we've got this one, but I did get used to it. And then we've got a red and green one. Now, I'm not going to have a massive Christmas tree, so I probably want about maybe 8 or 10 of these. And these work up in no time, so in between, every now and then, I'll probably have a bit of a rest from doing something and make one of these, or brilliant for car knitting. So that's that. And then one of my viewers throughout July sent me, again, a free pattern for making Christmas tree ornaments, and I just had to make one. I haven't got the pattern here with me. If I can find what the pattern is, I will link it below. If not, please don't despair. I will find it from somewhere and let you have it eventually. And one of the patterns, oh, this is just adorable, was this tiny little hat. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, excuse me, sorry. The pom-pom is bigger than the hat. This is made from... What's it made from? It's made from Sirdar Sublime, and again, it was just some I had left over from when I made an outfit from a little cotton rabbit. And the little bit of red in the hat is just a double knit from Stylecraft. Isn't that adorable? So I'm going to make some more of those. I want maybe about 4 or 6 of those on my tree. I have got ideas for other things, but because I don't want to keep this, I don't want this to be so long, because I have got a lot to get through, and I'm going to have to come back soon and do another podcast, because I've got the giveaway to do for my 3,000 subscribers, which I am well overdue with that. So if you are hanging around for that, I am so sorry. I am going to do that next week. I will come back in the middle of next week and do another podcast, I promise. See, I have to now because I promised. And let you know who the winner is. We haven't even drawn a winner yet. I'm going to get Tim to do that for me. And yeah, we'll come back. I'll draw a winner. I'll show you the prizes, and we'll show you what I've been up to other than Christmas and my plans for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, I'm digressing. So yeah, so I need to do maybe another, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 pairs of socks and 2 or 3 more of those hats, because I don't want everything the same, but I want them all scattered round. So then there's that one. Then the other one that I am still in the middle of doing, I don't know why this is taking me so long, but it is, and I'm not going to stress over it, because it's stress-free 23. And again, this is in one of my bags that my lovely friend Dawn from Dawn's Days, or the Woven Almanac, sent me for Christmas. I don't know if it was Christmas, a swap, I don't know what it was. And again, it's got a lovely velour bottom. I do like a velour bottom in my bags. Anyway, so this is my gnome that I'm making. This is by Imagine Landscape. I got this, I bought this pattern maybe 2 years ago. I was going to do another one. I'll put a picture in here. And I'd still like to do it, but I want to get the right yarn, because it's quite an intricate one. As in, well, for me, it is. It's got cabling in, and so I want the yarn to be right, because I think if you get the right yarn, then the stitch definition always looks better. So that's why I've done this one instead. So this is how far I am. Again, I don't know what the yarn was. Timothy very kindly dyed this yarn for me. This is just a 4-ply fingering weight, 75% merino, 25% nylon, and I don't know where the black or the green came from, but the cream again was another undyed yarn that we had. So that is how far I've got on the gnome. I have changed the pattern up a little bit. You were supposed to carry on with the hat and then knit a big pom-pom. Well, I didn't want a knitted one. I want a big, massive pom-pom that I'm going to make myself. So I haven't done that. I have done one of his, so that's the gnome. I've only got an arm, a leg, no, an arm, and bear with me. What have I got left to do? An arm, 2 arms and 2 legs. But I haven't actually, because I've done an arm. Oh, where is it? Please don't tell me I've lost it, because it was not easy to do. Because I don't do a lot of knitting. Here it is. You had to change colour whilst doing an I-cord, which when I read it, I went, oh no, I can't ever do that. But then I thought, you know, just take a step back and a chill pill and go and watch the video. And when I did, I thought, oh, so easy. So this is one of the legs. So it goes on that way. Oh, no, let me show you. It goes on that way, like back to front. Got all the ends to tie in, as you can see. It goes on like that. And then it sits up like this. And now I've got it on here because you have to knit a big foot. So I've got 1 leg and 2 arms to do, and he's finished. So yeah, that won't take me too long, she says. I'm hoping it'll all get done for Christmas. Then I made, or I'm still in the middle of making, it's almost finished now, and I'm not going to open it because once it is finished, I will sit at my desk and do your proper flip through with my camera flip round. But I made a Christmas journal. I absolutely love this. I'm really, really pleased with it. It's coming on nice. I changed the ties. I wasn't happy with the ties, so I've changed the ties and put on some sari silk. It's getting quite chunky now, and I've got some eyelash trim on it. I've got all sorts on it now. But like I say, when that's finished, I will show you a full flip through of it. I want to do some, I don't know if you can see that, but I want to put some danglies on, some Christmas beads and maybe bells, so it dingle dangles and jangles. And then that's the back. So that's just a quickie just to show you. But that is almost finished. Probably another couple of afternoons of crafting at my desk, and that will be done. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And now I have saved the best till, well, in my opinion, I've saved the best till last. So I am going to show you what I made in order, I think. So the first thing I made in my amigurumi for Christmas was the little Minion. Oh, how adorable is that? Now, the only thing that I've done wrong is after because this is Jeanette all over. Oh, I don't need to read the pattern, I know what to do. How many of us do that? I always do it. The Minion's eyes should meet in the middle, and they don't. And I did think about taking them off. I did think about putting a bit of a stitch in the middle, which I might do yet. But that is the hat comes off. Look at that. This is absolutely adorable. So that was the first thing that I made. I will leave links down below for all the patterns I've made. Most of them, oh no, 3 of them, 3 of the patterns that I've made are paid for patterns, and then the rest are all free. And this is the best part about it. They've even got tutorials on YouTube that you can follow, which that's how I did it. Lovely lady, but I'll tell you more about that when I get to it. So this is the Christmas Minion. There is another 2 on the pattern, which I might get around to making another 1, maybe 2, I don't know. But all these things that I'm going to show you now are all going to be scattered around the house. We're going to have a full handmade Christmas this year. So I'm so excited. So we've got the little Minion. That was the first thing I made. And then I think the second thing I made, if I'm not mistaken, is the polar bear. Isn't she adorable? adorable. Now she's supposed to have some holly, a little spruce of holly on here, and I wanted to use, oh, I can't find it. I've got some yarn that's very, very thin, and I didn't have the green. So I'm hoping to get some next. I could have got some when I was at Black Sheep with the girls, but I completely forgot. The excitement of Dawn being there, it went right out of my head. Anyway, this is the little gorgeous polar bear, and this pattern, can you see her? This pattern is by the lovely Kate Eastwood from Just Pootling. It is a paid for pattern. I think it's on, is it Lovecrafts? I'll leave the link down below. I used Sheepy's Stonewash and a 2.5mm hook, and then this little bit of gold here, the star, I used Rikorumi, and then just safety eyes and a little bow that I had in my stash. Isn't she gorgeous? She will be going at the bottom of our Christmas tree. And then I fell down a rabbit hole. I watch and follow lovely Lee from Lee Mac Crochet, and she was doing Deck the Halls collab in July. Bear with me. Zach, stop it. And making all these fabulous creatures by Anna of Love Crochet Farm Crochet Love, I don't know. I'll put it, sorry Anna, I'm so sorry. I do keep having brain fog. That's my excuse anyway. Getting old sucks, by the way, everybody. Don't get me wrong, I'm so glad I am. It's what's the word I'm looking for? A privilege denied to many, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, I am having a lot of brain fog at the moment. See what I mean? I keep digressing. Anyway, I will put the name of the lady and her YouTube channel, and has she got an Instagram page? I'm not sure. I'll put the YouTube channel down below and her website, and you can find her. So the first one I made was the Gingerbread Man. Oh, how adorable is he? Sorry about that. I just had to tell Zach off. So the first one was the Gingerbread Man. Like I say, all these patterns are free. You can follow a step-by-step tutorial. So if you're new to amigurumi, it's a fantastic way to get on to learning how to do amigurumi. I personally used a 2.5mm hook, and I made all these creatures out of Rikorumi. Now, this is the Gingerbread Man. Isn't he adorable? He was my first one, I think. Yes, he was my first one. And then I did Buddy the Elf. Oh, my word, is he not just adorable? And then I come up with this idea, oh, they could all do with a name tag. So, I don't know if you can see that, whether it's coming up. Let me just... No, it's not focusing. I will put a picture in. They've all got their own name tags. So this is Buddy the Elf. Oh, and I love these ears. And again, this is what's going to be all over our house. Tim will be going, oh no, not more. Because there will be more. Because I've got lots and lots that I've made over the years that will all be coming out, including my Advent birds. Anyway, and, hold on a second, have I got, and my, I'm getting waylaid. So we've got Buddy, so that was Buddy, so that was my second one. Hold on about that, was having a sneezing fit, but I just had to show you my snowman. I made this last year, look at them legs. This is a Toft, a miniature Toft kit that I bought. I absolutely love it, so he'll be coming down, amongst other things. Anyway, I'll just put him back. And then the next thing I made, I think, was Mrs. Claus. So Mrs. Claus, they've all got tags. It's just that only a certain amount of them have got them on. I haven't sewn them all yet. But Mrs. Claus, I think I'm going to put her tag on her pinny. So this Mrs. Claus, again, all done in Rikorumi. Then there was Santa. Oh, he's nice. I've already sewn his on, and that just says Santa. not that we need name tags because we all know who they are, but I just think it's a nice little finishing touch, isn't it? It's just a feature that completes it, that just makes it that little bit different from the rest, if you know what I mean. Just gives it a bit of a pop. So there's Santa Claus, and then last but not no means least, this is another one of my favourite ones, the Grinch. Oh, that is fab. Look at that face. Have you ever seen such a happy Grinch? He is gorgeous. And again, Rika Rumi. So I can't hold them all up and show them to you. Hold on a second. Maybe, no, I can't. So we've got all these. I'll put a picture in of them all. So that's all the free ones that I made by the lovely Anna. And then the last one that I made, oh, I have had this pattern. I think I bought this maybe last year. Could have even been the year before, I don't know. And I just had to do it. And this is the last thing I made. And it is Mr. Snowman. Isn't that beautiful? Again, I used Sheepy's Stonewash. Do I ever use anything else? A 2.5mm hook, and this is a paid for pattern, so I'm not going to tell you anything about it. And he is called, this is Eddie Blizzard. Tim came up with that name, Eddie Blizzard, and I love him. He has got wire in his hands. Has he just got it in his hand? Oh yeah, he's got wire in his hands and wire, modelling wire in his cane, in the candy cane. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to kill this dog. Zach, will you stop scratching? He's just started scratching the carpet and I have no idea why. You naughty boy. So yeah, so this is Eddie Blizzard. So those are all the things that I made in July. I had so much fun in July. I really, really did. I just wanted to say before I go, thank you to everybody that joined me in July for all your likes, your comments. I had so many new subscribers. In fact, I had about 480 new subscribers. I don't know where you all came from, but I am so grateful for each and every one of you. For every like, every comment, every subscription, every subscribe rather. And I'd like to say a special thank you to those people that did a super thanks for me. I've never ever had a super thanks before and I was so excited. So thank you very much for pressing that button and giving me a super thanks. I got up this morning to was it this morning? I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was this morning. Anyway, I got up this morning to an email with a pattern attached to it from a lovely viewer, Sue. Hi, Sue, and thank you so much. It was just so nice to get up to. And what she did, she bought and sent me a pattern for keeping her entertained in July. I was so touched. I'll put a picture of the pattern up for you so you can see what she's bought for me. So yeah, I've got that to make now. So yeah, I just wanted to come on to basically give you a full roundup of what I got up to in July. There is a few other things, but I'm trying to keep it as not short, but I'm trying to keep it as at a watchable length because I do know I'll be back again in the week. And then I'm hoping to be able to show you some of my paper crafting. And then I also would like to show you my big craft room move around. I'm definitely getting there with my craft room. I've had a big move around. I've bought a desk to do my paper crafting on because I'm doing more and more paper crafting. In fact, I spent a good 2-3 hours last night up here doing some paper crafting, and it's much easier at a desk and away from my sewing machine. So one half of the room now is my crafting for paper, and the other half of my room is where I work and make the bags, which, by the way, I've got a massive shop update to come. I'm in the middle of doing them all, but I will show you them on Wednesday, and I think I'll probably have the shop update on Friday. Anyway, without I was going to say without further ado, but that's not right, is it? Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I just wanted to come on and say thank you. Absolutely blown away by you all. Thank you very much. And I will be back on Wednesday to show you what I'm working on now to do the giveaway and to let you know what all my plans are going to be for August into September. And that's it. So thank you very much for tuning in. Please don't forget to press that like button, and if you haven't already, do subscribe, and I shall see you in the week, Wednesday. All right then, have a lovely evening, and I'll speak to you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.